Why do long-lasting Hollywood marriages shock the modern tabloid media for decades? Legendary leading men like Pierce Brosnan and Hugh Jackman faced ruthless gossip for staying deeply devoted to the women who supported them before fame. While shallow critics judged appearances, these men saw unwavering loyalty, grace, and true companionship. Today, we look past the harsh headlines to celebrate the enduring love stories that defied impossible industry standards. You'll discover how these remarkable couples survived heartbreaking loss, public scrutiny, and time itself proving that true beauty lies in a love that never fades. Pierce Brosnan may always be celebrated for his iconic portrayal of James Bond, but his most profound role has unfolded far away from cinema screens. It has been lived beside his wife, Keely Shea Smith. For over 2 decades, the couple has weathered ruthless tabloids, harsh public scrutiny, and unsolicited commentary regarding Keely's changing appearance as the years went by. Where a youth-obsessed culture chose judgment, Brosnan answered with an unshakable devotion that captivated hearts worldwide. He has never hesitated to praise Keely openly, proudly celebrating her beauty at every stage of life and calling her the most breathtaking woman in his eyes. Their romance was forged long before social media turned personal lives into daily entertainment, grounding their bond in quiet authenticity. Keely was never merely a glamorous red carpet companion. She became Brosnan's true anchor and source of healing after the tragic loss of his first wife, Cassandra Harris, to ovarian cancer in 1991. Together, Pierce and Keely built a sanctuary rooted in deep friendship, mutual respect, and unspoken resilience. They refused to bow to impossible Hollywood standards, choosing instead to embrace the natural grace of growing old together. Their story isn't extraordinary because it fits a flawless picture. It is magnificent because it survived grief, relentless fame, and the passage of time. In an era of fleeting promises, their lasting partnership offers a quiet, comforting reminder that true love only grows richer with age, a romance far more captivating than any Hollywood script could ever write. When rising star Aaron Taylor Johnson fell in love with director Sam Taylor Wood, the public reaction was instant and intense. Separated by a 23-year age difference, their union faced immediate skepticism. Critics harshly questioned their connection, the sincerity of their romance, and the long-term potential of their marriage. Shallow observers made cruel remarks about Sam's appearance, while others routinely mistook them for mother and son. Yet instead of surrendering to intense media pressure, the couple chose unwavering devotion. They first connected while working together on set, where a quiet spark quickly grew into an undeniable bond. As Aaron's career surged through blockbuster roles in major action films, public scrutiny only grew sharper. Sam endured ageist attacks, invasive commentary, and online hostility simply for marrying a younger partner. Nevertheless, the couple refused to let public opinion write their narrative. They tied the knot, combined their last names, and built a grounded family life raising their daughters. Together, they forged the emotional strength needed to withstand relentless external judgment. Aaron and Sam's story demonstrates that true bravery isn't merely played out in cinematic action scenes. It is found in choosing a lifetime of love when the world tells you otherwise. David and Victoria Beckham may long be celebrated as the defining power couple of their generation, but beneath the high-fashion suits, blinding stadium lights, and picture-perfect family portraits lies a partnership tested by relentless storms. Their love story was pushed to the absolute brink in 2003 when David's high-profile transfer to Real Madrid sparked widespread tabloid scandals and public accusations that threatened to tear them apart. Victoria later recalled that harrowing season as the darkest period of her life, a time when the entire world seemed aligned against their family. Beyond the headlines, Victoria endured her own brutal wave of media scrutiny, facing harsh judgment over her appearance, her weight, and her famously guarded demeanor. Unkind critics labeled her distant, while skeptics routinely dismissed their union as a cold, calculated business contract. Yet through every painful rumor and suffocating public glare, the couple refused to let outsiders dictate their destiny. Instead, they leaned into one another, raising 4 children, forging global business empires, and quietly weathering every harsh headline together over nearly 3 decades. Their marriage has never been presented as effortless, and perhaps that quiet resilience is what makes it so deeply compelling. Their enduring bond proves that a lasting marriage isn't built on perfection, but on the quiet strength to stand together when everything else falls apart. Hugh Jackman may have captured global fame as the legendary Wolverine, but behind the blockbusters and red carpet glamour stood a partner who championed him long before the world learned his name. When he met Australian actress Deborah Lee Furness on the set of their 1995 television show, the connection was instant, easily bridging their 12-year age difference and setting the foundation for a deeply meaningful life together. As Jackman's star rose to international heights, the couple faced a barrage of harsh public scrutiny. Unkind observers routinely targeted Deborah Lee's age and appearance, while cruel rumors questioned why a major Hollywood leading man would remain so passionately devoted to an older spouse. Yet Jackman consistently dismissed the media noise with quiet grace and deep respect. He took every opportunity to publicly honor her intelligence, warmth, humor, and self-assurance, the very qualities that had captured his heart from the very beginning. Together, they navigated the intense pressures of fame, weathered painful personal struggles, including difficult fertility battles, and built a grounded home while raising 2 adopted children. Their partnership was consistently built on absolute loyalty, shared values, and genuine admiration. Although the couple eventually chose to separate with immense grace after nearly 3 decades together, their long journey remains a moving, inspiring reflection of real devotion, mutual respect, and dignified companionship in an industry where lasting relationships are rare. Long before the billions, global influence, and historic tech fortunes, Priscilla Chan was already a constant presence in Mark Zuckerberg's life. The two met in line for a bathroom at a Harvard fraternity party in 2003. Years before Facebook transformed a quiet college student into one of the most powerful and recognizable figures on the planet. As Zuckerberg's wealth and fame exploded, Priscilla was abruptly pulled into a blinding public spotlight she had never sought. Modern media outlets and online critics often made shallow remarks about her modest style, branding her ordinary simply because she refused to conform to the ultra-glamorous stereotypes usually expected of a billionaire's spouse. Yet those superficial judgments completely overlooked the remarkable woman behind the quiet demeanor. A dedicated pediatrician and co-founder of the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, Priscilla chose to focus her life on philanthropy education and pediatric health rather than chasing social media attention or Hollywood glamour. Together, they have raised 3 daughters and pledged the vast majority of their wealth to solving global challenges. Priscilla has never been a passive partner standing in the shadow of a famous founder. She remains an accomplished leader, a compassionate anchor, and an equal partner in a shared purpose, proving that a truly lasting relationship is grounded in humble beginnings, shared values, and mutual respect rather than public expectation. John Legend's soulful voice has filled arenas with timeless love songs, but his real-life romance with Chrissy Teigen has faced heartbreak no music video could ever fully portray. Behind the glamorous awards and red carpets lies a journey marked by personal loss, relentless public scrutiny, and some of the harshest criticism on the internet. Chrissy has frequently been targeted over her body, her outspoken personality, and her parenting, enduring endless judgment from harsh online observers. In turn, John has candidly admitted that he was not always the ideal partner during the early years of their relationship, openly acknowledging his own early struggles with selfishness and commitment. What makes their connection truly remarkable, however, is not a flawless past, but their mutual willingness to confront those mistakes with complete honesty. When tragedy struck in 2020 with the painful loss of their pregnancy, they shared their grief with profound vulnerability, offering comfort to families facing similar sorrow. Together for over a decade and now raising 4 children, John and Chrissy have built a life grounded in emotional resilience, authentic growth, and quiet forgiveness. They have refused to let public opinion dictate their home, choosing instead to lean into each other during their darkest moments. Their enduring story proves that a real, meaningful marriage isn't built on cinematic perfection. It is found in the everyday decision to stay, apologize, mature, and choose one another through every passing season of life. Before Jesse Williams captured hearts worldwide as Dr. Jackson Avery on Grey's Anatomy, Aaron Drake Lee was already standing steadfastly beside him. Long before red carpet's global fame and television stardom, Aaron, a successful real estate broker, was the quiet, steady anchor in his life. When Hollywood suddenly transformed Williams into an overnight heartthrob, public commentary took a remarkably shallow and cruel turn. Unkind observers constantly questioned their marriage, praising Williams for his striking physical appearance, while unfairly criticizing Aaron simply for not conforming to Hollywood's narrow, artificial beauty standards. Yet for years, Aaron represented the very essence of quiet devotion, personal sacrifice, and unshakable faith. She stood beside Williams through the long, uncertain years when a successful acting career was merely a hopeful dream. Together, they navigated the grueling climb to fame and welcomed 2 children into their lives. When the overwhelming pressures of fame ultimately shifted their path, leading to a complex and painful divorce in 2017, the quiet sacrifices of their early foundation were quickly forgotten by tabloid headlines. Aaron's journey offers a poignant, enduring reminder that the partner who helps build your foundation long before the spotlight arrives often makes sacrifices the world never truly sees. Her vital role in his early success deserves deep admiration rather than shallow judgment, showing that a person's true worth is never defined by Hollywood's fleeting, superficial gaze. Paul Rudd may be celebrated as Hollywood's ageless star, but the true anchor behind his steady life and enduring charm is the woman who has stood quietly beside him for decades, his wife, Julie Yeager. As Rudd's youthful appearance became a running joke across the internet, public commentary unfairly dragged Julie into superficial comparisons, with unkind critics picking apart her looks simply because her husband seemed completely untouched by time. While outsiders obsessed over physical appearances, Paul and Julie focused on what truly matters, building a grounded, loving home and raising their 2 children away from the harsh Hollywood spotlight. They first met in the mid-1990s when Julie was working in public relations just as Rudd's acting career was taking off with his breakout role in Clueless. Over the years, Rudd has frequently spoken with deep warmth and admiration about Julie's wisdom, sharp wit, and down-to-earth perspective on life. In an industry notorious for fleeting romances and high-profile breakups, Paul and Julie have quietly protected their bond for over 30 years, including more than 2 decades of marriage. Their lasting union isn't built on eternal youth, superficial Hollywood glamour, or red carpet perfection. Instead, it is sustained by deep loyalty, quiet humor, shared values, and genuine mutual respect. A comforting, inspiring reminder that real love only grows richer, deeper, and more meaningful as the years gracefully go by. Thank you for watching today's video. If you find the content interesting or useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the latest videos. Your support is the biggest motivation for us to continue creating better quality content every day. What do you think about today's topic? Leave a comment below so we can discuss it together. See you in the next video. Have a great day.